glad that we finally reached. We've been traveling for 5 hours. This is the location. I need to find a way to swindle my mother out of the bigger bed. Asking for ideas. Rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3. But I doubt that she'll fall for that. She's too sharp, that's the problem. I don't know. It's actually so loud out here. I'm kind of concerned that you won't be able to hear me. And it's dark too. Oh no. That's okay. Let me ask my mom for solutions. I'm really sorry about the noise. I'm literally in the forest. As you can see, I'm in the jungle, and there's a kind of insect that's indigenous to this area that just makes noise like that forever. Another disclaimer, I know that I have touched on comparison like 2 videos in a row now, and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, she's just obsessed. The thing is, I filmed these videos in the same time frame, so I'm sure you can tell that this was really pestering me. This was really on my mind. And in this video, I just wanted to highlight the fact that you don't have to feel this way if you just press that lock button on the side of your phone and don't compare yourself to people, especially if you have no idea who they are and where they're from. It doesn't make any sense, but it feels like an obligation because you're just sat there staring at your phone and you're reading these things. Don't do that anymore. I have seen the light and I'm bringing you along with me. Just the fact that the world is so much smaller than it used to be means you have access to so many different kinds of lifestyles. And naturally, with all of that information and all of that access, it's normal to compare. That's something that I struggle with. I'm just going to be the first to say, I literally go on the internet and look at people who have yachts and Benzes. And I'm like, oh, why not me? And I'm like, bro, it's because you literally don't have a job. You dropped out of school and you are broke. Why are you expecting to have a Benz or a yacht? But this isn't something that my brain is always ready or able to register, so then I'm just left feeling like it must be because I suck and it must be because I'm just not driven or focused, when literally I'm living a completely different kind of life from the people that I see online. When I was a kid, I didn't have a phone. The first time I ever had my own cellular device that could connect to the internet, I think I was like 14 years old. Before then, comparison wasn't really an issue, and if it was so small scale. I don't think I ever remember feeling this real sense of worthlessness when I compare myself to people my age, like other 20-something-year-olds who happen to be massively successful. This wasn't a thing before phones. So maybe there is something there that we need to address. We need to deal with it before it deals with us. That was lame. I'm very sorry. I would probably say it again. The way you treat people on your phone isn't the way you treat them in real life. Just think about what that does to your brain, what that does to your ability to socialize. I'm definitely not going to judge you if you are the kind of person who prefers to stare at your phone versus talking to people. I'm the exact same. I'm very introverted, 90% of the time. But even when I have the energy, the few interactions I have with people are so much more healing, so much more genuine, so much more understanding. It's like real people are real people. I know, a shocker, but it's true. Phones allow you to be whatever rubbish version of yourself you want to be, with zero accountability, because you can literally be just a username and a little circle where your profile picture is supposed to be. But in real life, in person, there is a certain societal pressure that just sits on you. It's normal to say hi to people, to say good morning, to talk about the weather. That's that small talk, discuss the weather option in the Sims 4. I didn't even know that. I know it's based on real life, but it's real. It's no secret that being on your phone, being chronically online, doesn't help with your depression. I know it doesn't help with mine. And I don't know how different yours is from mine. Oh, not my notes jumping up into that. This video is not scripted. This is like spontaneous. All these thoughts came out of my brain just now as I was saying them. I didn't need to write anything down. Anyway, as I was saying, it's no secret that in the last year, I've learned a lot about depression and the triggers, the things that I need to be doing to make my experience with this thing a lot better. And 3/4 of the time, I'm avoiding doing those things by being on my phone, by being on YouTube. Instead of just dealing with something when it comes up, I push it away for as long as possible. And it returns. It always returns. Like, you cannot avoid the things that are distressing you because they will come back. They are not shy about visiting again, and they will visit again and again until you give them the attention they deserve. If you are going through things, I cannot stress how important it is to sit down with yourself, understand what triggered you, and figure out how you're going to avoid that same trigger the next time, because chances are it will happen again. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this, but if something has hurt you recently and you don't deal with it, I can guarantee you that it will come back again, because some lessons just need to be learned. And sometimes it really just is like that. I know you don't like the sound of it, but that's the truth. Did I maybe exaggerate just a little bit? But I personally think that it is completely worth it. I'm very excited to read this one especially. But yeah, so many good books. I should probably gift this one to a friend. I have a few a few friends who I know would benefit very much from reading that book. Yeah. This is all the books that we got, and now we're going to continue the journey. In as much as we're going to say, oh, you need to get off your phone because phones are also very useful. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like some of the best moments of my life haven't happened on my phone. I think my first boyfriend was probably, I've lied, my first boyfriend was definitely in person. I used to see him at church every week. But I have had full-blown relationships that, even though it's very corny and probably doesn't count, I loved those relationships. I grew in those relationships. I thought I was being like wife material because I was checking up on him every 4 hours. Phew, child, that is a story for another video. But my point is that phones aren't all bad. I think we just need to be using them a lot more wisely, and the only way to make wise decisions is by being informed. You should know that it is possible for your phone to be stealing these things from you. I know it's doing that to me because I can literally tell the difference between who I am when I'm constantly on my phone and when I'm off my phone. I really like this Michie a lot better. She's just so much nicer, so much more interesting, so much more productive, so much more attentive, so much more focused, much nicer. Yeah, I just want to be her all the time. So your phone isn't going to kill you if you don't allow it to, is basically what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be that deep. Maybe it is that deep. It's kind of that deep, but it's not that deep. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. It makes a lot of sense to me what I've just said. But by the way, all of this that I'm saying is subjective. This is just stuff that I think is going to work for my life, stuff that is working in my life. This is the way I feel about these things. And so if some of this stuff doesn't work for you, no pressure. It's no biggie. I'm not saying you have to do these things or else you will die. No, it's your life. So yeah, that's all I came to talk about. Also, how proud are you of me that I'm filming videos outside? Some might say I'm extroverted. Some people might say that. I will say that about myself. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please watch the rest of the videos that I filmed while I was on this trip. I'm assuming that Michie has edited and posted 2 of them by now. If not, she was probably on her phone. I'm sorry, I'll do better. Bye.